Evil geniuses turn to ban. Vici Gaming's turn to pick. Evil geniuses. Vici Gaming's turn to pick.
You may now select your
Evil
heroes.
geniuses turn. Evil geniuses turn. Vici Gaming's.
You may now select your heroes. Prepare for battle.
I sense a connection between us.
Thank God.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ourselves ready for Game 3 of Vici Gaming versus Evil Geniuses. You've been a fantastic audience so far. The stadium is absolutely packed, and I can't wait for this one. We've got some fun heroes from EG, the Enigma, the Faceless Void, these huge sort of elements in the team fight, but it looks tough for them, Fogged. I'm looking at these huge controlling ultimates, but where is the damage from EG? Are they going to have it, especially against all these mechanisms that Vici Gaming have in response, as Moo touched upon? The RUM, the GA, it's not going to be easy for EG.
And they didn't actually talk about the one thing. There is a BKB canceller. There is a Earth Splitter. That does cancel BKB Black Hole if they are able to get it too. And the Abyssal Blade, they did talk about that one. The Earth Splitter is a pretty hard one to do because you kind of have to do it like before the Black Hole goes off. You have to kind of anticipate it, but that one can work. I don't know if we'll see it either way, but they do have a lot of cooldowns. That's the thing I'm looking at, but they do have Crit Tiny. I think it's going to be a lot of pressure on him to set the pace, set that tempo, because like the panel talked about too, Paparazzi, Eurus, he has yet to lose on this Slark. He has been owning on it in pretty much all of the games that he has played. He has actually, I was going to glance and see how many deaths he had across it, because I don't think he died much when he did even play those Slark games. It was pretty controlled by him. They look pretty comfortable. They were very quick with their picks. They did not seem to be hesitating too much with the way that they set up. We'll see what they can actually do here, though. And yeah, like we said, eyes on Crit. As they did spot him already. They put a very early ward out on the side of the Radiant side of Vici to be able to watch the movements coming in from Crit, as they're kind of expecting him to just sit around that mid lane, more than likely to just constantly look for those tossback plays.
Now we'll see how careful Ori is with his positioning. As Crit eyes up a chance, they'll get the static link going. Ori immediately moving away from Crit, so no sort of control is able to be there from Crit with a potential toss back. Ori playing it smart.
should be quite a hard lane for Ori. But the side lanes should be pretty nice for Vici, I do believe. The Omni Knight as well as this Slark should get some pretty free farm. I don't think Void and Chen can really contest an Omni Knight almost at all to slow him down, especially now with the Disruptor up there constantly putting in the harassment onto Arteezy.
Oh yeah, and these sort of heroes, they feel so nice against the Void, right? Thunderstrike, at most, well, you're only going to be able to time walk off just a minute bit of the damage that's outputting over that long duration with each of the instances.
Just can Crit get these tossbacks as he is looking for immediately onto Yang. Yang is just trading with him though, with that Degen aura skilled up here. Will salve up and be okay.
EG realize they've got to make sure that Arteezy gets this starting farm. They cannot allow their Void to be punished early on.
Yep, and we see DY, he's building up the damage down bottom as he is versus Eidolons as well, so he actually gets even more from that Astral Spirit, able to take out a couple of them there as Ramses gets pushed away, and we will see Eurus. He's gonna have full free farm, sure. He's gonna get denied a couple of creeps from those Eidolons, which will annoy him a little bit, but yeah, like we said, these two lanes should be really solid from Vici, while EG does have at least that mid lane. Arteezy will at least farm, that's the one thing, but they won't be able to pressure Yang, probably not too much. It's all gonna be dependent on Crit's movements.
A quick grab of the Arcane Ring, but your Crit eyeing up between top lane and mid. Both lanes not easy to make plays happen then. We've seen Crit work his magic before early on as the Tiny.
But they're keeping tabs of him.
Yeah, all this warding, just, you know, they are prepared for it. You know, you're Vici Gaming, you're coming into this series against EG. You're going to be ready for these movements that Crit's been making throughout the tournament. Yeah,
you've seen literally what he's done in multiple games where he has played it as he's shut down the lane just with that constant roaming. So as long as you can watch him and keep tabs of him constantly, you could actually shut him down entirely. If he doesn't get levels, if he doesn't get kills, he's going to be a very weak Tiny.
As these levels come in for Yang and PYW, it gets to the point where they can still feel confident stepping out in the lane, having full vision, knowing exactly when moves are going to be made. Even if they do happen, Yang's going to be there with burst heal and potential to even turn, especially once those level 3s are there with the damage output these two heroes can do with that potential point, second point in the Thunderstrike. Mid lane, Ori continuing to play around with Abed. 18 for 8 against the 12 for 3. Another move from Crit. Ori trying his best to step away.
He's going to toss him onto him, actually. Ori, he's in trouble.
Abed to find the follow clicks, and it does. They'll get first blood. Crit, it's such a hard game for him to make these plays because of how prepared Vici Gaming are for him, but he still manages to do it there with that setup.
Ori tried his best to kind of dodge it. Looks like they're not even going to go for any type of setup here onto Ramses. Just want to clean up those Eidolons. They will get a couple. Yeah, great rotation. Crit. He played it that way. He played it was super nice because it's just like, or either you back up and you get tossed, or like we saw, you're just gonna get a Razor landing on top of you with high static link.
Yeah, very, very smart way to make the move. He realizes he's never going to be able to step in and get the grab on the enemy hero. He's got to use his toss aggressively to get Abed in on the front lines. Abed is going to try for a link. Ori's level 4 though, so he's able to turn with the combo. Nice plan for the TP to come in from PYW, and this time Abed, he's alone, so the Thunderstrike, it should finish him off. Oh, that's out. It saves him. It saves him. He'll have to take the walk back to base, but he won't end up feeding any gold or XP over to Ori.
And Crit will at least take the lane and get some experience, but that's going to help Ori a lot in the laning phase here. He's going to get so much extra out of this. Great TP by PYW to put pressure. Abed using that salve, but that hurts him a bit. That takes some time away from him from that mid lane.
Maybe they can try and poke at Crit whilst he's alone. Courier, they're just going to head past them. They're bringing in both supports to maybe try for an easy kill. They keep the Courier safe. Crit's going to know that there's something up here. Oh, if he got the glimpse.
If he got the glimpse on Abed. That's what he was looking for there. He wanted to glimpse Abed back to base. That would have been devastating. Looks like they knew that was up, though, from their ward.
They know he's out of the map. They know that they have to sort of TP in very carefully into the trees to make sure that they don't get caught out by a glimpse play like that.
That would have been like lane over pretty much there, as the Kunkka already now level 5 versus the level 4 Razor. He's going to have pretty good kill threat onto this Razor when he hits level 6 early on with a rotation. Sure, you're going to get a lot of your damage stolen, but that magical damage burst might just be enough.
And suddenly, any sort of kill potential they had against you, it shut down. They get the combo. Eurus actually caught out very far underneath that tower. Crit's able to just walk out from the trees and combo him down. A rare mistake from us. As you said, we don't really see from him on his Slark, but they catch him. They kill him. He's out of the lane for a few seconds.
He was playing very confidently up, trying to clear the Eidolons under the tower, but yeah, another clutch rotation. Crit we said, all eyes on him to set the pace for the team, as they do have a bit of a greedy draft here coming out with the Void and Enigma.
So far though, RTZ's farm looking very solid. EG have managed to secure in that lane where he's able to go to work. Or he runs down Arbed initially with that Torrent combo, but Arbed will be quick to push him back. But even in the neighborhood, there's an illusion does come in of the ET DY, causing some distraction.
Structures are fortified.
Yeah, RTZ's farm solid, levels are good as well. Soon to hit that level 6. And maybe they can make some early kills happen with the Chronosphere before those defensive measures, those level 6s get online for Vici Gaming.
Eurus is pretty far up here, Crit. He wants to try to make a play.
He's going to wait out the Dark Packs, at least with the Avalanche holding on to that. Malefice is there. They'll chase this one down. They do use Yang. EG are able to kill off the Omni Knight. Avalanche to follow up. Eurus, he's in a lot of trouble. He needs help. DY throws out the Spirit. The stop. It's not going to hit onto Crit. Crit's dead on top of it, but the South keeps Eurus alive. He'll get himself up to the high ground. Crit's still trying to chase. He pops the mango. Has he got the vision? Has he got anything to throw? He's still closing in, but the pounce is back up. Eurus is into the trees, and Eurus will be able to escape. Tossing on the mid. May not find the slug, but they may find DY. Avalanche from Crit. It does it. Crit, he is doing everything he can to make something happen here in these lanes, despite how well Vici Gaming are responding, and he is getting away with it. The Tiny, it's 2-0-1. Crit, this game, it's on super hard mode for him, but he's doing his best.
Yep, and they also killed Yang top during all of that as well with RTZ, which is a very important kill, as he's now level 6 already on that Void. They could look to set up for another one pretty soon here.
They could go again. The bashes are out. Yang will start to heal up with the Heavenly Grace. They may not even need to use the Chrono. They'll pop it anyway. They play it safe. They want to take the kill, make sure there's no chance for Yang to get out.
Oh, he got a lot of bashes there. That was like 3 or 4 of his hits that were bashes there. Yang was stepped up very far. Some nice plays here by EG. 5 kills already in these first 8 minutes with a Void and Enigma draft. Something you probably don't expect to see too much. But yeah, Crit, 2-0-1.
8 knots and full ahead.
Yeah, he's sort of noticing this bottom lane. Eurus at the moment just seeming to be the most vulnerable. Has hit the 6, so with the Shadow Dance, a little less that can be done, and with that infused raindrop, very hard to burst through the hero, but at the least messing with him, forcing him away from Ramsey, so Ramsey is getting that space, able to catch up in farm as the Enigma.
Important to mention, though, that Ori has come out ahead in that lane versus a Razor. Even though he did die the once, he's actually a bit ahead. He's 300 gold over Abed.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Two lanes still looking good for Vici, but EG also pretty even. So it's still a very close game here at the start here. Nobody pulling ahead of very much any gold here. As Ori, he's looking to get some moves going.
Doesn't land the Torrent, but they have the slow from the Degenerer and into the Tidebringer cleave. Fly just gets destroyed by the 2 of them.
Ori looks like he's going to play really active this game. He's got the drum queued up, he's got a faded brooch. And looks like he'd be very active around the map, and he has some very easy targets that, or say easy, but he has some targets that he can go for against anti-mobility.
Nice little courier for Crit.
Very nice.
As he continues to just constantly sweep the map. See RTZ queuing up the standard, the Maelstrom burst after the Dreads.
Not bad.
To be a little careful of PYW playing around with him with a glimpse, especially with Eurus already on top of them. He gets the static link out. Shadow Dance pot, Eurus trying to commit him with a magical burst of the Torrent and the bow. They'll nuke down Arbed. They've even got the catch from Ori. The X-Mark from Ori. It holds back Crit, drags him into the 4 of them. Vici Gaming, they'll take both of their lives. Arbed and Crit to fall in the middle lane.
And Eurus gets involved. He's level 7 on Eurus, and he looks to just make some plays with that max level dark bag. Gets himself 2 permanent agility. And now they pressure the tower as well. Vici, how do they respond here? They're going to bring at least 1.
It is 10 minutes though. EG can take and secure both outposts here to start the game off. Look to do so, Crit. Comes in on mid. Yeah, are going to be extra TPs coming into play. The X-Pac actually sort of called Crit back to safety.
That actually saved him.
Crit doesn't die. RTZ's in. They're going to try for the chase down, but there's a DD picked up by Eurus. EG, they've got to be a bit careful how they chase the slug. They'll go for Yang.
Chrono.
No messing around from RTZ again. He sees the opportunity to get the 2 kills. The catch, the bashes. He gets them both. RTZ matching the activity that Eurus has been trying to go for by making this early move to mid and down bottom. EG, they're keeping it hot. The black hole, the drag back, they've caught DY as he slowly spins back towards the 2 of them. He'll go for the stop, but it's not going to clip onto either of them. They'll slowly punch him down. Eurus will come in though to help him back.
still alive.
He's going to live. Eurus comes in just in time to turn it around. The creeps, can they kill DY? They will. They'll get the kill. But it may cost them both. Crit is here. Static Sword down to make sure Crit cannot get the combo off, so Eurus can stay on top of Fly and get the double kill.
Vici responds super well. I think they're very happy with that one. I mean, Paparazzi or Eurus is getting involved in so many kills already early on. 2-1 and 2, 4 permanent Agi. Probably feeling really good about that. A Black Hole expended on a 5-position Elder Titan that he barely actually even dies.
And to be fair, so the same to be said for Arteezy. With that move to mid, he's also 2-0-2 on his Void so far this game. No hesitation to make plays happen each and every time the Chronosphere is online.
Yep, and we see him immediately. He's going to be going for that Maelstrom build. He's versus, it's kind of the common build on Void, but he's also versus an Omni Knight, so even more of a benefit, so you don't have to worry about Guardian Angel as much. You actually have a lot of magical damage that does come out.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
And they will at least claim the tower. That's one big thing, too. So like you said, the 2 outposts, as well as now claiming a tier 1 tower.
Just under a 1k difference in it so far. Another incredibly close start between these teams here. 12 minutes in.
I think you have to be pretty happy if you are EG. You do have this Razor who's a very strong lane for you, but you are a little bit successful because of what that, you know, the Omni with the pressure they could do. I think you're super happy that Arteezy's getting that full free farm.
40 seconds. And then you can certainly expect to see Arteezy try and make something happen again with the Chrono. They'll lose the top tier one. Don't let that one go.
They have to play really smart around their ultis. Like we said, Vici's draft, not really too ulti reliant, while EG's, they have very long cooldown ones, 2 of the longest ones in the game. 160 cooldown, 200 second cooldown. So they have to get something out of every single one of their ultimates, or we will see Vici just start to get very aggressive if they do fail one of those.
Might find a catch onto PYW. He's going to go for the TP out. They've got vision. No way to disable it from afar. Yule Scepter not done quite yet for Abed.
How close are we to Diffusal? Eurus actually almost has it done already.
It's very quick. Very, very quick. He had that free lane down bottom.
Yep. And you see the skill build he went for. Since he wasn't playing versus a melee in the lane, it makes sense. Usually you just see the 3 points or 2 points or 4 points even in the Essence Shift. If you're playing versus a melee, he's playing versus Enigma. He wants to have that high level pounce as well versus a Void in particular and get those catches. And that would be able to punish Arteezy pretty hard if he is able to get on him. In addition with that Diffusal Blade, of course.
I'm talking about the Enigma, Ramses. He's got the Helm done. Boots next. Does he just get the BKB now, or does he go for the playmaking of the Blink, or does he continue to rack up more auras for his team?
They've already got the mech finished up. Pipe is a pretty good choice if he does want to go for that one, but I think he might just go for that more greedy type of play, go for that BKB for himself. Because the splitter is, sure, you can land the splitter, but it's very tough to actually land that to cancel.
Vici Game is going to go for the aggressive smoke. Ults are available for EG, so EG do have a chance to respond, but Vici Gaming, they've certainly got the easier execution. Any sort of chrono misplaced, a boat will come out, and certainly a lot of damage being reduced.
Crit. He's going to be the one they want.
He's going to be the focus. They'll drop the full combo down on him. Crit will be dragged back. Static Storm committed as well.
They actually throw 2 ults onto him.
Maybe EG could do something. They're bringing Arteezy over. If Arteezy can find the option for a chrono, he's in on top of the chrono. It's on 3, and it keeps Crit alive. He catches the 3 of them. Do they have the damage? No, Crit's able to walk away. Black Hole on the backlines. Ramses, he's holding back the backlines. They cannot get in. They've lost 2. They've lost Eurus. They've lost DY.
And Crit's still alive throughout all of it. He takes both ults and survives. Oh my god.
I mean, Crit's still hunting here, seeing if he can catch Ori on the way out.
He might just be able to.
Low. After finding 3 of them, can they get another? TPs are coming in from Vici Gaming towards the outpost. Crit's actually going to head over, grab the bounty rune. And Crit may have hunted a little too long. They'll turn around with the combo, heal up onto Ori from Yang, as Crit cannot run. The TGN are slowing him down. He'll lose his life. Tried his best for that, but overall, though, still an incredible team fight turnaround from EG. And it really is something that Vici Gaming, they've got to be aware of. When they move in as such, Arteezy, Ramses, they're going to be quick with the response. Each time the ultimates are available, EG know they've got to use them to maximum potential. And right there, they did exactly that.
They will probably lose Fly here pretty easily. But yeah, beautiful plays coming out there from EG. That surround. One Chrono catching 3, Black Hole catching 2. They had pretty much everyone controlled. Crit, he drops very low, but I see the Hand of God. I see the mech come in. Very clutch from Fly from the south in a moment here, as you do see him get healed up that little bit to keep him up throughout all of it. Look at that, 18 HP.
And Ramses as well. He was making the move slowly over, but he knows he needs to be there sooner. He TPs in over, comes over towards the tower. He's there in time, holding back any sort of chance that Vici Gaming would have had to get themselves out on top of that team fight. He turns it around and secures that team fight victory for EG. Arteezy quickly to TP out. They've got the leash though.
They actually glimpsed him out.
Arteezy, but that glimpse, it just saved his life. Who's playing the Disruptor? It's not Crit or Fly, is it? I mean, PYW's got to be careful. They cannot let kills like that get away from them.
Bit of a slip up there.
And not one that you see a lot from PYW on his Disruptor.
No, definitely not. And that's one of your times that you want to capitalize on the fact that EG does not have their ultis available. They're going to miss out on what could have been a freebie kill there for them.
Those missed opportunities can certainly move on to hurt Vici Gaming big time. As Arteezy. Just under 20 seconds and Chrono good to go. They're going to be quick on the move.
Yep. They saw where Vici was positioning here with that ward. And like you said, Chrono is back available. Wants to look to something here. They're looking at Eurus at the moment. The reading that he's going to go downward to the jungle, it looked like there, but he actually cuts up. They throw the scan off the mark. A DD for the Void though, on top of his Imp Claw, as well as he's got all damage items at the moment here.
He really, really hurts.
So knowing that he does need a BKB early on in this game though, versus that Pounce, versus that Disruptor, as well as that Kunkka, he needs to be able to just constantly fight when he does have it.
He's got the blink jump. Very quick Shadow Dance is forced out though on Eurus. EG now have given away the positioning a little bit, so Vici Gaming will be prepared, and they're going to TP immediately top EG. They know they can no longer make the play down bottom. Ori shows himself alone up top, crits in with the toss back. Ori's in trouble, and there's no way for the rest of his team to get to it.
Totally alone.
He'll turn, drop the combo, he's going to go for the TP out, but they have the Yule. TP will be cancelled. And that run buff will not be anywhere near enough to keep Ori alive as Arteezy picks up yet another kill on his Void.
That's actually a pretty nice Divine Favor play. It looked like maybe he was actually going to force out another spell and hope for a bash from Arteezy, as they did use the toss and the avalanche. But yeah, that Divine Favor to bring Abed there for the Yule Scepter. Very clutch. Some very quick moves from EG. They are playing the map incredibly fast here with the draft that you may not expect that with these high cooldowns. As it is Ramses, he has queued up the BKB by the way, so he is recognizing that it is very tough for Vici to actually break that one.
Definitely not an easy to execute draft from EG, but they're certainly making it look pretty good.
Great.
See if they get the catch with the TP. Eurus, they'll just focus on reclaiming the outpost, making sure that they do have it coming into this 20-minute point soon.
They do still have vision over here too. They are watching Arteezy as he is backing away.
Arteezy's got Chrono, Ramses has Black Hole.
Trying to get a glimpse. Who are they going to find? They want the bigger target. They could get crit here.
They want Artor.
They want Arteezy.
Arteezy actually gets the Chrono. He knows why they tried. They can bring it back. The Chrono gets the two of them in the lead. He steps straight in. Yes, does get the DL out for Ramses. He did with the Black Hole. There's the follow-up to the ETD. And they'll get the one. They'll move on for more. Heavily Grace on Yang. He tries his best to run away. They'll turn for Eurus. Eurus shadowed up. Pop back up down there for Vici Gaming. Double buybacks come out. Hand of God heals Arteezy up. Even with the buybacks, Vici Gaming cannot strike back and get the kill. EG back off. They shrine up. Do Vici Gaming still want to try and force this? It's a nice stomp onto the four of them, but Vici Gaming, they cannot fight into that despite the double buyback.
Beautiful plays there. We used to actually see Enigma picked a lot versus Omni Knight for that exact reason. You do not really care if heroes do get Guardian Angel. You don't care about those type of scenarios. A beautiful hole.
A gift from the
Vici, they still looking like they're starting to get aggressive as they know. No Chrono, no Black Hole. They got to make something happen here.
They've got it. Every single time we've seen them try and make these moves when the ults are up, it's ended in disaster for Vici.
They're scanning though. They're looking.
Eurus, he's in with the vision. They'll get the drag back on Fly. Look for the squishy kill first. Arteezy starting to see if he can feel confident even without the ult. He's eyeing them up. Abed's going to go over the static link. He can commit as well with the Iron Storm if he wishes to do so.
Big avalanche.
They're on top of them. The static storm down. Arteezy is silent. Big turn on the Void. Arteezy, he's dead.
Oh my God.
He overextends. So does heals up DY. Triple kill for the Elder Titan. As this time it's EG making the awkward call. They try and turn the fight without their ultimates, and they do not stand a chance.
They have to be very careful when they do just get chased out here from Vici. I think that was what? I think he got... almost every single hero with the Astral Spirit, almost majority of them with the Echo Stomp and the Splitter on top of a Static Storm. A devastating fight for EG as it's an immediate roast by Vici. That's what we're talking about, is those heavy, long cooldown ults. Vici is looking to capitalize on them. It was a buyback earlier from Yang.
It was so... Now they do have like the 3 buybacks on cooldown, but absolutely
well
worth it from Vici Gaming. These quick shot callings punishing this, and this was EG sort of, you know, they feel strong. They knew that they took the last 3 fights. Abed, he wants to go in. The rest of the team's backing off, but Abed, he's trying to get something started, and with that aggressive blink in from Crit, it's just an overextension too far, an easy turnaround for PYW to just stand his ground, drop the Disruptor combo, and EG, they're not ready to fight into that without their ults.
No, they need their ults. They absolutely need their ults, especially like, Slark is just heavenly graced throughout all that too, so he's that much stronger to be able to do everything. And yeah, DY really coming in clutch, hitting everybody with not only his Spirit, so he has that plus 290 damage, but also a big stomp on several.
Getting Roche. I mean, EG, we saw what happened in game 2 to them after they took a bad fight. Vici Gaming were able to just take that advantage and grow it in their favor. That pushes there onto the tier 2 top.
And when you are playing against these long cooldowns as well, right? Aegis, that's the key. And now they have it.
Yep. Suddenly, this Chrono Black Hole will not guarantee them a team fight win at this point in the game.
They will at least have Arteezy with BKB though, so he will have a lot more luxury to not have to worry about the Static Storm that we did see very devastating from PYW in that last instance. But we do see that build, of course, PYW. He does this every time. He always goes for Yules first, then he goes for Ags, so he can set up his own beautiful Static Storms without any type of counter.
Ramses, BKB done for him pretty much. So the triple BKB's out for EG.
They could look for something here, but it is into an Aegis. That's always the fear. And he's now a Slark as well, who has the Aghanims finished up versus a mobility core like the Razor and the Void. And pretty much everybody, actually. We just see this item for every single game now in Slark, because it's so good for him to get in and out of the fights. And they're constantly giving him sentries. We've seen this done by them very often, be able to de-ward and just keep that map presence. EG's all clumped up here. They have a smoke available. Not looking to do so, though.
I mean, for Vici Gaming, obviously, positioning, it's very hard for them in the fights, as they do have this 4 melee lineup into the Chronospheres and Black Holes. One of the reasons why we are seeing Arteezy and Ramses get the opportunity for these big hits. But any sort of increased mobility, that Aghanims, as you mentioned, that is going to allow Eurus to play around that threat.
And just cause chaos and mess up, mess it up so that the Enigma and the Void can't set up. Nice. Crit gets a toss. Eurus, though, he's committing a little bit here.
Yes, I was going to say, he's got to be a little careful. Even with that Aegis, doesn't afford to pressure any more than just grabbing a couple of hits and getting out of there.
Again, Outpost. He looks like he wants to be active. Keep on reclaiming those. A lot about that vision game when you are playing with the Slark. Even if controlling Outposts does make a difference pretty significantly when you are able to deny those from the enemy team over and over again. It's very limited vision on the map. EG, they pretty much only have that one ward down bottom, giving them much information at all.
Oh, jump forward, Crit. Tries to make the pounce onto Ori. Doesn't quite get any sort of grab back. And Vici Gaming, UI, leading the way, forcing Abed to back entirely off.
Still have Aegis for 1 minute. They're trying to make something happen with it. But EG all positioned in a very defensive, in a very tiny spot where if you do jump into, you're very likely to get multi-hold or multi-chronosphered.
Let's see how much more they can get done with the remainder of that second life on Eurus. Pushing onto the tier 2 tower. See how EG can start the fight. Jumping in with the time dilation. Ramses is very close to having the blink on top of his BKB. 1900 gold nearly. So watching that timer very intently.
Middle tower is under attack.
Keeping a track of how much Eurus has got left to play with the Aegis.
Yeah, they're a bit afraid. They know where all of EG is. They don't want to get caught out there. As the Aegis is going down. About 15 more seconds. That's a decent amount of map control out of all of it, though. So we do see these neutral items being picked up. Paladin Sword for both sides. I believe a Titan Sliver also was grabbed up by RTZ.
He's got full me on it. Azarbed may just have to go for a BKB TP. He'll get away with just the Yules to break the combo. With that movement speed, easily out of range of any potential glimpse from PYW. So he's able to force, in fact, the reaction there for the full 5 of them. So that last little bit of time with the Aegis is sort of just expended in Vici Gaming's attempt to catch out Arbed. So a good bit of a distraction play from the Razor.
Closest game we've had so far in both. Yeah. Look at the gold and the experience. It's actually just dead even on both of them there. 11 to 15.
And it really does seem sort of EG with the superior aggressive potential in the team fight, but Vici Gaming, they do have all these saves and responses. If EG are to get the team fight wins, they've got to be the ones to make the jump happen, to catch out at least 3 heroes with these chronospheres and black holes. Otherwise, there will be responses from Vici Gaming, and at this point of the game, with it being even, there'll be very solid answers. EG have to get kills during the BKBs.
Yep. See both teams actually getting these same. A long bounce for Eurus.
Is Crit going to get the backup? Stomps there onto Crit. EG, do they want to try and take this fight? They're losing Crit pretty fast. The Earthsplitter finishes him off, and now Eurus, he can turn for a second one. Arbed's in trouble. A buyback from Crit. They're going to try and fight. They'll start forward. They get the Chrono down to the 2 of them, but the defensive front won't be there. The bomb comes down. Have they got the damage with the black hole? The pulse, they certainly have. They bring down Yang. The 4 micros there from Fly, stomping up Ori. He still gets the BKB out, and it doesn't matter. The right clicks come through. EG, they've taken 2. They're not done yet. PYW go for the TP out. They need a 3rd tip back, but he delivers himself. Gets away. No detection, but EG can turn. Go for DY instead, and they will find him. 3 kills for EG. Another stellar team fight where everything comes together. Chrono's down. Even with the boat out there, you saw, as long as Ramses is in place with the combo, that pulse into black hole, they still bring down the tanky heroes.
Yeah, Blink Dagger reveal, buyback from Crit as well. Very nice for them to react like that, as it looked a bit scary for a second for Abed. And it was DY actually, that was DY giving his life there, by the way, for PYW. He is actually the one who glimmered the Disruptor. He's prioritizing saving him to ensure that he can get that Aghanims at a decent timing. So we're going to watch that one again. A long jump forward.
A great connection from Eurus to start things off.
He has so much lifesteal too.
And EG, I mean Crit, with that instant read, he knows that this is a fight they can turn. They've got the ultimates, he wants to be involved. And RTZ, again, these Chronosphere setups starting off for a beautiful turn of events each and every time.
And they increased lockdown too from that Centaur Stomp. There's a lot of status resist on the Omni Knight, or on the Kunkka with that Heaven's Halberd as well as the Titan Sliver, but doesn't matter. Does not prevent you from getting Chronosphere or Black Hold. Of course, status resist does not do anything versus those. But now, no ultis available. How does Vici capitalize? It looks like it's an attempt at a row share. As we mentioned, they do have a decent amount of lifesteal, but EG is moving over here now.
They're going to go for the smoke.
Ooh, look for the fight instead. Those
get that pick off first.
Yeah, those ults are not available. The line is drawn, though. It does seem like EG is aware of this going on.
Radiant are scanning.
Of course, if they're able to get the jump on Crit, he won't have a buyback to try and join the forces and turn the fight around. It's actually going to be a counter smoke from EG as their ults are about to come back. 20 seconds until Chronosphere at least. And that alone could be enough. Chronosphere with the Midnight Pulse alone, that will be the sort of the playing field for them to kill off the cause of VG Gaming if RTZ can find the connection. With that level 20, that increased Time War class range, it's even easier for RTZ to land the big ultimates.
Especially like you said, it's a lot of melee heroes on the side of Vici, so it'll be a lot easier for them to set up as we see, 3 great neutral items actually picked up for the Faceless Void. Clark also has some really good ones too, so.
VG off the back of that initial move with the smoke. EG being off the map, VG don't want to hunt anymore. They're keeping a track of these timers. They know ultimates are up. It's again fallen into the period of the game where it's hard for Vici Gaming to actively look for fights.
Yeah, tough for them to capitalize on those ulti cooldowns. EG was very aware of the positioning there.
This move ran the pack lines. It could catch Vici Gaming out. Crit's going to be in. Tossing the Omni-Knight up to the front lines. RCG's looking for the back lines. He's going to start punching into DY. Chrono's down. He catches DY and the Omni-Knight. The Vulcan from around the black hole. It's perfect as they kill off Yang. They'll go for more for sure. The BKBs of Vici Gaming allow the cores to separate back. Eurus now, he's turning.
Get the leash.
His BKB's been used. They get the turn around Vici. They get the drag back as well. But the BKB's on extended. VG is actually the ones to come out top. The team fight, it wasn't enough. The buyback from Yang, the BKB's ending. Vici Gaming, they don't actually lose too many heroes during the chrono, during the black hole. They turn it around.
Oh god, and now they might actually just be able to threaten hide on Sludge. He has so much lifesteal with Vlad's aura, with the Paladin sword. Even if he does get caught inside of all this, I believe he had the Shadow Dance. He regens so much HP because that amplified regeneration from Paladin sword as well.
And now they can go for Roche if they wish. 3 heroes dead, no ultimates available on EG. This time round, they didn't have the damage.
I gotta see that one again to see how they actually all just, well, the big ones ended up surviving. They caught Yang again. He buys back, and he's just back into the fray of all of it there. DY gets the splitter on a lot of heroes as well. And the important one, Eurus, he just survives throughout all of it. Uh-oh, EG. That was your big fight to kind of take over the game there, and you actually just lose the fight with your 2 ultis.
An easy Roshan, the second one this game. Aegis for Eurus. And you saw it here. It looked spectacular to start things off.
Oh, he's actually outside, yeah.
Catches the Omni into this combo. But you look at Eurus's health.
He's actually just not
look at the
very
Kuka's
low.
health. This time, they cannot kill them off. They get the BKBs out. They're able to step away. And as soon as these BKBs wear off for Arteezy and Arbed, they're just there for the taking for Eurus to pick them apart one by one.
I think it's tough because the targeting priority for them is just really hard. They want to go for Yang, but honestly, that Ori's Rum in that fight kind of just carried them there. They weren't taking down nearly as fast because he did just get it off. He got it off pretty much perfectly in timing for those 2 ultis to hit. And the Slark was not actually, I actually thought he was inside the chrono, but he was on the edge of the chronosphere there, so he just gets all of his regen kicking in. They have to catch, I mean, Kunkka, they have to make sure they get him before this ghost ship goes off. We saw that.
Yeah, the run at this point is proving to be too much. Earlier on it was fine, but now with the additional items, 3,200 HP, Time Sliver, they're getting bigger and bigger, and Eurus, he's starting to find some free pickups here in the jungle, pouncing around, chasing down flies. He'll pop the one, he's trying to run. He'll quickly grab a creep to try and distract and at least take some of the creep wave away. But Eurus can clean them up.
He won't let that creep go.
3K lead now for Vici Gaming. EG at sort of 2 rough team fights back to back, allowing Vici Gaming to get on top. Eurus and Ori leading the charge now this game. PYW's got the full Aghanims.
Yeah, that's very scary. Now which targets do you go for? You have even more target priority you have to go for. Definitely still try to catch Kunkka and Omni-Knight in particular inside at least 1 or 2 of those ultis, inside the black hole or inside that chronosphere. Too much sustain coming out. Always Heavenly Grace too. So Eurus every single time just gets Heavenly Grace inside the fights. So he's 3,000 HP Slark.
And you see as well Ramsey's queuing up. One of the potential ways to help the problem, getting that Aghanims. Making sure that he can offer that additional bit of damage output if he can get that especially if he gets the Midnight Pulse down preemptively. With that extra additional one being stacked up from the black hole itself.
Scary next few moments for EG. Playing into this Aegis, playing into this cheese. Even though they have their ultis available, they have to kind of play inside of their bases. If they make a mistake, the game could just end.
They will have that high ground hold though. If you're Vici Gaming, you are trying to push up into Chronosphere, into Black Hole.
It's under attack.
So you've got to be careful. Somehow try and force EG to use it aggressively. and then immediately pounce in, strike back hard after the ultimates are expended.
Just watch your positioning. I think in particular, don't have Ori and Yang ever standing on top of each other inside of the fights. If they're just standing separate sides, then it's going to be super hard for them to actually get those off. And I think Yang actually does have a Aghanims now finished up as well. So sure, it's not going to protect versus that damage that's going to be coming out from the Midnight Pulse, but it does provide you that HP regeneration. So that 10-second duration heals you for 400 during it as well.
Oh yeah, they have.
So all these little things, it's really important. I'm just going to keep saying it. EG, they have to catch the Omni and the Kunkka inside that Chrono or Black Hole.
And they really can just focus those ultimates on it because they do have Abed, who's then able to sort of enter the fight and get the kills on the other heroes. With the Orb of Destruction, AC with the Eye of the Storm, he does pack a punch on the Razor. He just needs that control around him to make sure the saves will not be in play from Vici.
Oh, that's nice.
Vici just all playing together though. They're recognizing all this. Now they're looking to get aggressive. They still have about 45 seconds. Probably looking to just clear. They probably expect that EG moved out a little bit and got some wards, so we'll probably see them look to just deward. Eurus already pinging those out immediately. They're just going to buy the gem already here. Look to clear out that vision. Don't let EG ever have any tabs or any read of where Vici is positioned.
Fear nothing.
Just getting every lane shoved in before they look to make the next step.
Eurus jumping forward.
One turn, gets the Shadow Dance off, but Ahmed with the Static Link does force Eurus to back away. He doesn't really mind though too much with that Arcane Rune. Ult will be back as soon as it's gone pretty much. 30 seconds downtime's nothing at this stage. You can wait it off.
They're getting just so much more out of the map. EG's been trapped in their base for a very long time here. As now Aegis will get reclaimed. She will back up a little bit here off of that one, but so much gained out of that on the map. Full Scotty queued up here if Eurus does want to go for that one. He also, I think the panel did mention it, he could look to go for an Abyssal Blade too. Another way to deal with that Enigma if he chooses to do so through that BKB. Or he can just tank up. That's the other option. Just if he tanks up, then we see what happens. If they do get the rum off, it doesn't really matter if he has that super high effective HP versus all that damage.
And maybe just focused on getting some of these next milestones done. 25 closing in soon for Eurus' Slark. Something that the cores of EG are quite a bit farther away from. You only see level 22 at the moment on RTZ. Next item queued up after the MKB being that nullifier so they can have that sort of dispel and extra control.
Eurus does spend all of his gold here, so he does not have buyback on the Slark if they are somehow able to catch him and kill him. Smoked up too with that Blink BKB Aghanims on Ramses. A lot more damage now coming out for them.
Just scouting things out at the moment with the Centaur, seeing what sort of reaction they get from Vici Gaming, what kind of information they can get from the stage of the game as it does continue to crawl more and more in Vici's favor. 70-30 on the probability right now.
And they're watching RTZ farm. They know exactly where he's positioned. Now they see the rest of EG too. They might look to pounce up here.
Eurus is going to start having a bit of a poke. Jumping with the combo, committing the dilation at least. Shadow dances out. Eurus begins to step away. Now with the BKB, realizes that he's got to run.
The Axe-Static to him.
The RTZ needs help, but it's even the Axe-Static, so we can't pop the BKB. He's not pop anything. He's dead for 90 now. Abed will be focused, dodges the stop. Does RTZ want to fight back for this? That is the question. Abed, BKBs, but Eurus got something. Ramses comes in. He's going to drop the Agnes from back out. There'll be a buyback from RTZ. They're looking to turn Christian with the toss combo. Eurus, do they have it? The Midnight Pulse damage is enough. And RTZ goes forward. He's trying to find more out of this. BYW lays down the kinetic field. Can RTZ catch anything else bigger? The rest of Vici Gaming will immediately dispatch.
They don't have buyback on the Slark. They have to back away from that one there. And RTZ forced to buyback, but he does still have Chrono available, and they will claim at least an outpost up here.
I mean, if they realize that there's no buyback on the Slark, they'll certainly play aggressive. Obviously, they won't be too sure themselves that it is the case. It is financially why he doesn't have it. Maybe they see like the Basher and the Skadi when he made that play and realize he's probably low on funds. But it doesn't look like it. Looks like Vici Gaming will be able to breathe still, regardless of losing their Slark. It's just a minute, and EG aren't ready to try and push it to the next level. They'll keep it cool.
Nothing they can really claim out of that one because of the positioning on their lanes. Bottom and mid were pretty much hitting their tier 3, and they don't have an objective to get up top, so no Rosh either available for them. DY will deny away a DD rune.
We're definitely seeing a glimpse of the magic that Ramses can make happen. And I love it that he's committing for the Axe into Refresher.
He needs to.
He can really take the game on his shoulders. If he gets this sort of full combo out onto the cores of Vici Gaming without any interruption, he will kill them. They will die to the pulse as they stack up. If he gets all 4 of them down, you can see big things from the Enigma this match.
The quad Midnight Pulse. It is a very dangerous moment, though. As we said, RTZ, he did have to expend his buyback there for them to kind of turn that one, so he has to be very careful with his positioning in these next few moments. As we see what happens, PYW, the build that he always goes for, the Yules into that Aghanim, as we see it right there. Instant Yules on RTZ, and you are just caught. There's no prevention of that. Not even able to force staff him out of it or anything, as the kinetic field will be up.
Just the hand of God in the mech, really, the only way they can offer some sort of safety for Artur.
Yeah.
And at this stage, obviously with the items that Vici Gaming are picking up, they'll have the means to take him down through those less substantial heals as the game goes on.
They're looking to go again. They know that there's no black hole still for a couple of seconds, and there's no buyback on RTZ.
Yeah. Chrono's there, but definitely going to be playing it safe. RTZ Eurus has the jump in fly. He's in trouble. They'll put the mech, slide to the side, but will still fall. Ahmed, he's hanging around. He'll commit with the static link, toss across onto Yang, bringing him into the reach of Ahmed. EG,
Black hole ready.
They've got to be so careful. Ramses, can he find an opportunity to make the jump hit? Crit will turn his attention towards Yang, but they've already lost Ahmed. Ahmed is dead for 90 seconds. This is not a fight they wanted. Ramses, the static sword, but then back to
RTZ jumps in.
He tried to help out Ramses, but he's jumped into the static sword. He's bashed up. He tried to get the time walk away, but now Eurus turns towards Ahmed. They get the Chrono. Can they kill Eurus up? Slams in trouble. They get through it. Can they get more else? But they put down. Ahmed pops the BKB. He brought back for this one, Ahmed. Again, buyback juice from EG. It gets them the Slark kill.
Eurus getting a little bit over-aggressive there, as Yang also does get caught inside of the Chrono there, so he's not actually able to get the Guardian Angel off in time to save his buddy of the Slark. But oh, that was looking super scary there as RTZ jumps into the Ag Static Storm and then gets bashed up a couple times.
I mean, he really wanted to save his buddy Abed there. Wasn't able to do so. Abed still going down, and RTZ very close to putting his life in extreme danger with that aggressive time walk. We'll see the fight once again here. Each time, Eurus has done a perfect job of starting the fights, finding the supports, getting the quick kills. But a couple of times now, sticking around a little too long, the opportunity for turnarounds have been there.
This Ninja Gear too, you see PYW, he's kind of like fake smoked in the back during the whole fight because he has it too. You see again, he goes like this fake invis up top to look for the opportunity where he does catch Ramses there. And yeah, that was a very scary moment, though.
I mean, RTZ's coming in. He knows maybe a bash or two could keep Eurus off Abed. It wasn't the case with that Ag Static Storm, and another bash there. RTZ would just have been dead and gone without buyback, but he gets away with it. The Chrono onto the two of them. They are managing to hold on to this game despite it continuing to slowly slip away with them, with each and every time EG having to expend a lot of gold to have the opportunity of turning the fights around. Buybacks continuously being used every single team fight from EG.
Yeah, and you can see the Vici, the way that they approached that fight too, they were so separated. They were kind of expecting, you know, Ramses is going to go for something to play here. They were all playing on the outskirts here. We see that Ninja Gear again, PYW constantly using that one. Looking for his own setups, trying to find pretty much any core. If he sees any of them, an instant Yule's Ag Storm. Unable to prevent anything there if they do get caught out there, EG.
Roshan up.
Looks like Eurus, this time he does want to farm the buyback before he does make any type of crazy play here for the next few moments. He's about 270 gold away from it.
Now Vici Gaming unlikely to go for Roche themselves, despite having the map control around here. They know that EG's fight around the pit is so darn strong, particularly with Ramses having the full combo ready to go.
Another refresher in the game. Yang does have double GA available for himself too. And smoke does come out, as you said. They do have everything. How's our buyback status is looking? We've got still 2 minutes on RTZ on the side of EG.
Staying on the edge here to ensure the smoke doesn't get popped. Chrono and Black Hole available. Ramsey's hiding the tree. They do pounce over him. Ramsey's just going to jump forward. Eurus, an immediate pounce back out. They'll start a bit of a poke onto Arbed. Arbed holding on his BKB with the Chrono. They want to find Eurus. GA is out, but he's still dying to the magical. The Black Hole's there. Eurus, he dies again. Another step too far forward from the Slug. And Eurus, he's even going to buy back for this one. Ramsey,
Static Sword.
see if they can turn this. They're losing Arteezy. Arteezy's still alive. He's silent. He gets himself out of the side of it. Ramsey, the Black Hole! It comes into play. Is it enough? It looks like it is. DY and Ori falling on Armin, getting a huge static link out, but he still falls. The disarm. Armin dead for 2 minutes. Arteezy left alone to
Eurus gets the pounce.
But Eurus, he's chasing. Bash is there. He still has the Shadow Dance. Arteezy needs help. He's out of mana. He's out of HP. Arteezy falls. Grid as well. Triple kill for Eurus.
Oh my god, they're just so tanky in the fight. They actually lost, they didn't lose anybody during that black hole there.
Oh, that's nice.
Eurus showing the power of his buyback this time round. Coming immediately into the action once again. EG now with 3 heroes dead and gone. No buybacks available on them.
I'm surprised they didn't just run it down mid. Knowing that there's still about a minute and a half or so on Arteezy, looks like they just want to be safe, get that Aegis onto Eurus, and then look to close it out. But this could just be the game right here.
It really could be. 80 seconds still with no Void, no Chronosphere. Ramses is alive, but he doesn't have a single black hole backup for 90 seconds.
It's insane how tanky they really are. With the combination of the ROM as well as these double Guardian Angels that come out, Eurus just holds his ground even inside of a Midnight Pulse black hole. It looks like they're just gonna go for these. Just go for the Mega Creeps. Playing it a little bit safe here. Can EG do anything about it?
Eurus, the jump forward. He's got Ramses.
The secondary jump.
He falls to the side, but indeed the pounce, he continues to control him. The BKB's out. Ramsey was trying to run away the toss back from Crit. He'll keep Ramsey safe. Glimpse as well, though. Crit, he's the one that's now the focus. The ghost sets apart, but Crit will fall dead.
He's in the fountain.
Oh, Ramses, he blinks out of the fountain. The fountain, it's not safe. It's just not safe.
They want him. They add another Static Storm.
They'll catch him out. Ramses has buyback. Arteezy is back in 20. He has got Chronosphere. They are yet to be Mega Creep. The mid racks and bottom racks still alive.
They've got a glyph as well.
Ramses has got Black Hole in 25. They need something miraculous, EG, if they wish to hold on to their chances here in the grand finals. They're going to have one last chance.
168 agility right now on this Slark. He's taking the buildings very fast.
And they're fighting into this Eurus Aegis. It seems impossible for EG here as they start to build towards their final stand. He's in.
Chrono.
Catch Eurus on the side. The GA's out. Can Arteezy get the kills in time? He's trying to disrupt him, but he doesn't have the damage. Eurus, he's in with Shadow Dance. They'll go towards Ramses. Can they get the Enigma away? Ramses here up on the hand of God. But Eurus finishes him off. Ramses is dead. Arbed is gone. Arteezy left alone with Fly. He'll go back towards the fountain, but the fish is waiting for him. GG is called. And ladies and gentlemen, Vici Gaming take the match. And with that, take the series 3-0 on ESPORTS DOTA 2 World Pro Invitational Champions are Vici Gaming, and they do not drop a single map here.
9 wins in a row, 8 wins in a row, something like that for Vici. They looked like they were just having fun in that game too, jumping around with Eurus just leading the charge over and over again. EG gets some pretty good ultis in a lot of situations there too, but Vici, they look so confident in their place, the way that they were playing this game. Just jumping forward, didn't matter if they even got black hold, they held their confidence and just took the fights anyway. Holy moly.
They looked